What's going on, YouTube? Got another video here. Sorry it's been a while since I've done one, but we got a new piece of equipment, and something I've seen on the market now a little more lately of these dump trailers, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little review on it now that I've used it a couple times, gotten used to it, and see what's going on here. And that is of these Diamond C Baseline dump trailers. If any of you guys have been into dump trailers before, of course Diamond C currently is probably one of the biggest as far as, you know, strength and ability, quality of course is a big one there too, but they are pretty pricey. And so Diamond C has this Baseline unit here, and it is I'll tell you right now, it's a heck of a lot more affordable than your standard Diamond C one. Also a lot more basic, as the name would imply, but that's not to say that it is a lot more what would be the word, not as usable as your standard Diamond C. This thing has been very impressive lately, so kind of wanted to go through this. If you guys have been interested in maybe looking at a dump trailer, there's not a whole lot of kind of in-depth reviews on these things right now, so kind of go over why I went with one, and might be some of the reasons you guys are looking at it as well. So picked this up at our local Diamond C dealer, Black Dog Equipment, here in Montrose. I want to thank them for helping me out with that. But yeah, I've been looking at a dump trailer for a hot minute, and everything on the market, especially for these kind of taller wall ones, is a 3-foot tall wall. You know, you're gonna be, if you go with PJ or Load Trail or something like that, you're gonna be hovering around 12 if you get some good rebates, 12,000 to 14 to 15,000, and that's just where you're going to be at right now. Dump trailers are ridiculously expensive. So this thing came on the market, these Baselines, and right now there were some rebates on these 25s. You were kind of able to get these for like $13,500, which for all the options that this thing has is a steal of a deal in my opinion for these things. So kind of first off, the one thing I looked for was that booger right there, the front mounted piston. It's a triple action piston, so it does go up in 3 different stages, triple stage piston, and or ram, or whatever the heck I'm just going to call it a piston because it's a hydraulic ram. And having it front mounted right here is just massive. If any of you have ever done the scissor style jacks on these, you'll know right off the bat, if you load the front of this trailer with any more weight than it's supposed to, you are not going to lift that trailer up. You're going to get up there and shovel all that stinking dirt to the middle or the back so that you can operate that lift. With this style, you don't have that problem, and so these have been a little more popular coming out, especially PJ, Load Trail. They've been starting to put these on here, but in my area this was very difficult to find, and when you did find it, it was on either a triple axle or a gooseneck, and they were just ridiculously expensive. You're going to spend 16 to 18 grand on one of these, and so it was just kind of out of my price range. So when I saw this on the Baseline, I was like, yep, that's it. Another thing, really nice beefy beams on these. You know, this, I got a pretty good size hand. This is an 8-inch I-beam. This is a beefy I-beam. Now the regular Diamond C's, I mean, they're, I think, a 12-inch I-beam. They're huge, massive I-beams on those Diamond C's. Now that can be really good if you've got that sucker loaded down. The problem is that trailer weighs a heck of a lot more. Those Diamond C's, yeah, they're beefier, but they weigh so much more. This is a 5,000 pound trailer, 16,000 pound axles, therefore you can carry 11,000 pounds. You get into that Diamond C, those are like 7,000 pound trailers. So you've just moved it from 11 to 8, and or 8,500 I think is what you can carry in those. That's a huge deal for me. And as long as all the welds and the metal and everything on here is in solid shape, I'm okay. This is actually just perfectly what I wanted. Some of the Diamond Cs have the 7 gauge metal. This is 10 gauge. And the gauge is just the thickness of the metal. So with your 10 gauge, you're kind of around 1/8 of an inch, basically. 7 gauge gets you up to that heavier 3/16 thickness of metal. So yeah, the 10 gauge I think is fine. You know, don't go just throwing a ton of rocks. You can. I just want to keep this thing in good shape. So it'll totally handle a billion rocks and doing rocks, but it's gonna maybe dent up a little more than the 7 gauge would, especially if you're gonna be doing heavier rocks. Now you could coat this with another, maybe put some 14 gauge or something on the inside, weld it, and you'd have a pretty beefy trailer. But for what it is, this is perfect. All the welds on here, you know, very beefy welds, very good. I mean, they're the size of my finger. Has this super cool tray, really like this. Put your chains and your buckles, tie downs, anything in there. Really, really nice. Super nice jack. It's got a 20,000 pound jack on it. It would be cool if it had the 2-speed. This one doesn't. You can always swap it out if you want, but it's not a 2-speed, it's just single. Not a big deal. Adjustable hitch, 2 5/16 ball. Nice chain hooks for storage. It's got that updated kind of latch system. I like it, works good. What else on the frame on these? You got a side step here to, you know, step up, get in the trailer. Permanently mounted skirts, which some people go, oh, you can't replace them. Honestly, I've had bolts on mine just come out all the time on my other trailers, so I don't mind this. This works for me. It's got the rear jack stand, so you can load your equipment. The axles on this are kind of farther back, so I haven't had a problem with tilting, but I still use those when loading equipment. It's got these super nice spring latches, so when you open the door, they catch, you know, this hook right here, and that way they're poking out. That way you don't jam it into the ground when you tilt. You also have your gravel spread or your bay opener where you can pull this, and that whole entire back section swings open. It's got the actually really nice ramp. So the ramps are the doors. When you get to Diamond C, they have those fold-up doors. Pain in the butt. You get rocks in those, you try and shut them. Absolute pain in the butt. This is the way to go. Just make sure you don't lose your clevis pin, because then this ramp is just going to fly out. But this is just so much nicer. They've got a slot on both sides, so this ramp can go in there, that ramp can go in here. Just really, really well thought out. I like that a lot. Got your ramp hooks. Of course, you can adjust them to different area. This is the one thing I really don't like, a clevis pin latch. I would rather just have a lift up and lock. This might just be maybe heavier duty since this is such a tall kind of carrying weight. This might just be a little more heavy duty for that. So what else? Oh yeah, I think that this guy up. Got your regular, you know, standard lock that you would have. It's got a bend in for rigidity on the doors, and then it has a bend and a welded plate in here, and this upper part is extremely rigid, extremely rigid. It's just very, very solid. It does have an overlap down the middle because of these taller walls. You're going to have a plate right in the middle. They do put like something here, some sort of sealant to keep the water from getting in. It's going to work for a little bit, but not for the long term. So you can plan on maybe some rust coming through there. But again, it's a dump trailer. Just take care of it. Tie downs, you got 6 of them, which I think is really nice. If you got something smaller, you don't have to run a chain all the way to the back or all the way to the front. So super nice tie downs, very heavy duty, welded at the bottom corners. Yeah, super nice. Does have fence slats, so you can put posts in and raise up the trailer if you want, the wall height. And then, yeah, if you lose that clevis pin, it kind of sucks because that can just swing open. So I do like that they're on here, but I do wish that this had a up and lock kind of style. And I might actually weld one on and get rid of that. But, you know, for now it works. Easily accessible grease points to a lot of the places that need grease. Let's be honest, that's going to be something you're never going to grease. So we'll see how those hold up. But I mean, I'll probably grease them, but most people in their world don't really grease those. Came with 14 ply tires. I'm pretty sure there's some Asian knockoff. I'm not going to say if that's bad or, yeah, they're Thailand. We'll see. So far so good. It even though it looks like it has an oil cap bearing on it, this is actually a grease cap. There's a magnet in here to catch all your metal flaking, so you just pull the rubber out and just shove it full of grease. That's how you pack these. So yeah, it's not oil, it is still grease. 16,000 pound axle, which is again one of my high points. Spare came with it, which is great. 14 ply spare. And then you got your sweet toolbox. Solar panel, keep your battery charged. That came with it. With the I don't think every dealer is going to do that. Our dealer did, and I really appreciated that they did, because this is an option that Baseline does. But I will bet you pretty much all dealers are probably going to put that on. And inside, you've got room for another battery if you want it. A lot of room for straps for if you want to keep your straps dry, and your chains, you can put them on the outside. Super nice that it's a metal hydraulic tank, not a plastic one. So this is super, super nice. I really, really like that. Standard, magnetic button. It is only gravity down. So, yeah, it is a little slow going down, but again, not the end of the world. Honestly, it's just another simple, it makes it simpler. Got your little emergency condition tester. You can check the battery, and it is fair. I guess I should probably have that looked up, but let's see. One latch, it is lockable. Nothing super crazy, but it's perfectly adequate for this trailer and its price range. Honestly, kind of better than I probably would have thought. The Diamond C boxes are very, very nice, very heavy duty. This is perfect for this trailer. Yeah, I mean, really, it's got LED markers, LED lights. Some of the upgraded packages and some of the Diamond Cs have backup lights. I don't really care if I ever reverse on my trailer. If you don't see this thing coming, well, sucks to be you. It has the wooden bars in case you are a numbskull and you run into your trailer because you didn't get your bucket up fast enough, or you drop your bucket. You can damage that and replace it if you need to. It does have a tarp, so it's not automatic. They do have different options. You can get the spring-loaded one, motorized. Diamond C, I think, comes with a lot of those. This one's perfectly adequate. Some of the PJs and load trails have this boxed in. I thought that at first that would be nice, but after thinking about it, if something happened in here while you were rolling this up and it got jammed, you can't get into it. You got to pull it all the way back out. Here you have full access to your tarp. Super simple, super easy. Yeah, this just works really, really well. And as you can see, I've got the camera, head height right now. I'm 6'4". This trailer it's there. I mean, it is very well built. I have found no issues with it. It is as well built as it needs to be to haul 20,000 pounds. I mean, that's what this thing, I know it's got 16,000 pound axles, but yeah, this thing, they've done some overload testing on it. It'll take it. So we've done, let's see, I did 6 tons of gravel. The thing dumped it like it was nothing. I mean, 12,000 pounds of rock. It did such a good job hauling. I got some more work coming up for it. That's just going to be a bunch of dirt. But the high wall is nice, so when we're doing either fire mitigation or chipping, you can load that thing up, even though it's not a lot of weight. You just get a lot of volume. So this is 10 yards of volume. Super, super, super roomy as far as the space goes in here. So the tarp comes around almost all the way to the back. Pretty much, you might have a little spot here that I guess some stuff could blow out. But Would I recommend this? Yes, definitely would recommend this. I think Baseline or Diamond C has kind of really knocked it out of the park with this one as far as just a good economical one. I say that economical because 14 grand doesn't seem economical, but it is in the trailer world. If any of you guys know trailers, these freaking things they're not cheap. So yeah, economical dump trailer for what you get for the same price as Load Trail and PJ. And I mean, Tex, all the stuff, all the other guys that are using scissor style, for what you get for the same exact price, this thing, 100% any day of the week, I'm taking this over the other ones. And I have Load Trail, I have PJ, I've got Look. I like those trailers. I am not bashing these guys. They make a good trailer. There's nothing wrong with them. But if you're going to pay the same exact price, I'm a realist here. If you're going to pay the same exact price, I'm going to take this one. And you know what? Competition breeds just great products. If PJ and Load Trail now want to, get back into a market of doing a cheaper trailer than everybody else, well, then get into it. Build a trailer that matches this. But right now, this is the one. Especially in our area, if you live in Texas or something, maybe in the South where trailers are probably a little more abundant because that's where the factories are, it's probably a different story. But in Colorado, maybe up north, these things can be tricky and hard to get a hold of. So yeah, I've been super impressed with it. Very happy. If we do more videos of job sites going on, you'll probably see it more on the job. Oh yeah, the other brakes, I guess it does have dual brakes. It's got drums on, so all four are drummed. This thing will stop, so that's another nice thing about it too. It doesn't have just the rear. You do get the 4 drums all the way around, so that is super nice. Super nice pivot there. Easy to work on. If you got to get that pin out, you can pull the bolt, smash that pin out. And yeah, I mean, the Diamond C is going to have probably I think it has like another rib here, maybe another rib here, just make this a little bit, but man, I am just giving that a lot, and it's just not budging. And I've gone to the PJs and the Load Trails, and maybe they're using 12 gauge, but you could go up here and push on this and just watch it warp. And another cool thing that Baseline or Diamond C has is this color. This is not black. This is like a charcoal gray or a really dark gray. So that was kind of cool too. It's nice not to have just a straight up black trailer as everybody else does. So Diamond C actually has some pretty cool colors on their powder coat. The powder coat seems to be pretty good so far, so we'll see. But yeah, I like this powder coat. It's pretty nice. But yeah, hopefully this will help someone that's trying to kind of get an idea of a good dump trailer to buy. And I would definitely recommend this. It's a good trailer, solid, tows really well. I've been extremely impressed with how well it tows. I have heard some people have issues with these Asian tires, but so far, so good. So hope that helps, and see you guys on the next video.